Today's businesses do not thrive on brick and mortar or having assets necessarily in tangible forms or terms. Take for instance Uber. It's a business built on enabling others who have these assets to make money, whether they own cars or motorcycles or boda-bodas, the way we commonly refer to them. Today we talk to the manager, the country lead of UBER in Uganda, to find out how this model has fared in this country. Right, Aaron, it's nice to have you on the show, Money and Markets.
Thanks for having me.
Now, give us an update. What's happening at Uber?
A lot is happening at Uber, a lot of exciting things are happening. So we've been in the market for the last 2 years. We launched in Uganda in 2016 and we launched with our product UBERX, which is the vehicles you find driving you around the city. Around this, early this year, late March, we launched UBER Boda, a motorcycle taxi, which you can actually request now through the app, and someone will come to your doorstep and take you to wherever you have to go to. So Uber has been quite exciting for us, and we've seen it grow quite fast, and we keep on looking at ways of making it improve and make the proposition much more exciting. And safety remains the most critical thing I'm focusing on at the moment.
I hear you. Tell us more about the UBER Boda product.
So UBER Boda is like a motorbike taxi, like I mentioned earlier on. UBER Boda is like we've gotten drivers, we engage with the respective drivers currently in the market, train them about the technology that we have that can improve their efficiency. So for the driver, other than sitting on a stage for 2 hours to wait for someone to come and take a trip, or maybe just driving all the way from Nigeria back to Kampala to your stage to get a passenger, that gamble goes away. You become more efficient using the technology. So we've had a lot of positive turnout from drivers coming up to sign up for the product, and it's been quite exciting. We also see Uber has also encouraged a new demographic of the population that has probably never used Uber before, could not use the UBERX product because it was slightly more pricey. So the low-cost Uber Boda product, which is currently now at 50% discount compared to the market rates, is quite exciting to see new people trying to experience the Uber experience for the first time. So we've seen positive growth around that.
Right. Tell us about the partnership that you have with an insurance player in this market. Why this partnership and why this partnership now?
Yeah, I think if you look at the stats, like Boda is been seen as like a very risky mode of transport. So at Uber, like what we focus on is we have a very serious commitment to safety, and part of our safety proposition starts from the point at which we onboard our drivers. So we made sure like every driver coming onto Uber has all the compliance documents he needs. Critical among those is a driver's permit. So to show competence that he can actually drive, he has to be competent to drive. So we partnered with a few other companies like Uganda Driving Standards Agency, which trains drivers for competence, and they actually end up going to get the driver's permits. But then also look further to see how can we encourage more people to use Uber. Maybe you've never used an Uber because you're scared of the accidents you've seen somewhere else. So we partnered with UAP or Mutual to package an insurance package that can be able to cover riders being the passengers who are using Uber Boda in the event of an accident, in the event of death, in the event of having to incur medical expenses. So if you request for an app through the Uber app and you get an Uber Boda and any of those catastrophes happen, we have you covered, and we can cover different aspects around what could go wrong.
Now let's talk about opportunities. Uganda is a young country. What opportunities do you present to a country like Uganda where you have a number of young people looking for what to do?
Yeah, so I think the young population in this country, like I think we've known that it's a very high unemployment rate, and we find that people can have an opportunity to actually use our platform to earn extra money, just to keep them going as they're looking for the next job they have. With Uber, you have the flexibility to drive when you want to, and not to drive when you feel like you have something else to do. So that flexibility is one thing that most people will be able to value quite a lot. We've seen so many drivers come onto the platform. Before Uber came into the market, you would never see of any female taxi drivers, probably. Right now we have females who are actually participating in public transportation using the app. We've seen women coming on the platform. We have about 25% women drivers in Kampala, which is quite impressive. But then we've also seen other people, because our technology has been built to include so many other demographics of people. We have people who are deaf and can use our app to be able to tell that I have to go and pick up a trip. So we've seen deaf people coming onto the platform. We've seen people who have other disabilities come onto the platform, but because the technology is designed to make it easy for them to work in that atmosphere, we've seen more people come on. So we encourage all young people who are out there, you have a spare car in your compound, it's a way of making money. For the other person who has a 9-to-5 job and you're looking for an extra way of making money, I think this is an open way for you to actually say, I'll drive on the weekend, make an extra bit of money, rather than spending the money elsewhere. I think it's an open opportunity for everyone to come and join us. For the passengers, I think safety, like I mentioned, is very critical. I think most of the time we have a very active nightlife in Kampala, but it's always safe for you to make the right choice. Other than driving your car, choose to hail a Uber car or Uber Boda, and that will take you back home safe. The trips are all recorded, so in case of any safety incidents, we have a 24-hour support service in the app itself. So we make sure you're always covered. We make sure every driver coming onto the platform goes through a background check, and we record every trip detail, so you're always going to be safe, other than crashing a car in the event of after your party. That would be very sad.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Let's talk business. Going back to the business aspect.
Yeah.
How is the growth trajectory like on the border side?
So unfortunately, I cannot share with you precise numbers, but I will tell you it's been quite exciting. So right now we launched in late March, so let me say early April right now. So since then we've seen the numbers grow. So compared to the scale we saw with the UBERX product, it's grown almost 500 times faster. So it's quite huge because it's a very integral part of the city, and most people want to maneuver through the traffic much faster. So we're seeing it growing at a very fast rate. So we find it very exciting.
I hear you.
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Very nice talking to you.
Welcome.
Pleasure indeed.